Real Madrid signed the most dangerous forward in the world. But instead of becoming unstoppable, their attack is actually getting worse. Look closely at the heat maps and a strange pattern appears, and the gravitational pull of Kylian Mbappé might be the reason why. When Real Madrid signed Mbappé from Paris Saint-Germain, it felt like the final piece of the puzzle. The club had assembled one of the most talented squads in Europe. Adding the world's most explosive forward should have made them unstoppable. But football tactics are rarely that simple. Sometimes greatness creates its own tactical gravity. When we examine the attacking heat maps of Kylian Mbappé, Vinícius Júnior, and Rodrygo, a strange pattern begins to appear. All three attackers frequently drift into the same left half space, and that creates a serious problem. Mbappé naturally prefers attacking from the left, where he can cut inside with pace. Vinícius has built his entire career dominating that exact channel, and Rodrygo often drifts there looking for combinations. Instead of stretching defenses across the pitch, Madrid's attack compresses into one narrow zone. Defenders no longer need to worry about the entire width of the pitch. They simply collapse toward that overloaded area. Mbappe's presence is so dominant that the entire attacking structure begins to bend toward him. And when structure disappears, even the most talented team in the world can begin to look disjointed. But here's the strange part. This isn't even the biggest tactical problem Madrid are facing, because the real damage appears in midfield, with the front three rarely helping tracking back. Huge spaces begin to appear between the defensive line and the attack. Suddenly, the midfielders are forced to do two jobs at once. They must create attacks and defend transitions, and the statistical consequences are clear. For years, the identity of Real Madrid in Europe was built on one powerful mentality: suffering together. Even in the toughest matches of the UEFA Champions League, every player defended as a unit. Forwards tracked back, midfielders pressed aggressively. The entire team moved as one organism. But recently, that collective sacrifice has started to fade. Instead of structured attacking patterns, many moves now rely on moments of individual brilliance. A dribble from Mbappé, a sudden burst from Vinícius, a long-range shot from distance. These moments can still produce spectacular goals, but they rarely produce consistent control. At first, many fans believed the problem was the manager. Real Madrid had too much talent to look this disjointed, too much quality to struggle with structure. So naturally, attention turned toward the man on the sidelines, Carlo Ancelotti. After going trophyless in 2025 and losing all 4 El Clásicos last season, Madrid made a change. The thinking was simple. A new tactical mind could restore balance to the team. So Xabi Alonso arrived with a reputation for modern positional football. Many expected the structural problems to disappear immediately. But something strange happened. The same attacking patterns continued. The same spaces remained empty. Even after another shift under Álvaro Arbeloa, the tactical issues still appeared. Which raises a much deeper question. What if the problem was never just the coach, but the structure of the attack itself? And that brings us to the most dangerous tactical flaw in Madrid's attack. When Madrid attack, The penalty box is often empty. Historically, Real Madrid always had a player attacking the box. When crosses arrived, defenders were under constant pressure because someone was always there. Think about Cristiano Ronaldo. Even when he started wide, he constantly attacked the penalty area like a striker. Defenders feared his runs. Then there was Karim Benzema. His movement inside the box was legendary. Even more recently, players like Joselu provided something very simple but incredibly important: presence. Someone was always occupying the defenders. But today, that presence often disappears because Mbappé frequently drops deeper during attacking phases. Sometimes he drifts wide. Sometimes he comes toward midfield to receive the ball earlier in the build-up. Individually, this makes sense. He wants to face defenders and use his speed. But tactically, it creates a dangerous vacuum. Crosses flash across the penalty area. Cutbacks travel through the most dangerous zone in football, and no one is there to attack them. So the real question isn't whether Mbappé is good enough for Real Madrid. That was never in doubt. The real question is whether Madrid can build a system strong enough to survive Mbappé.